Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into something that might seem simple at first glance, but is actually packed with history, craftsmanship, and timeless style. Classic office tables. When you hear the words classic office table, what comes to mind? Maybe an old wooden desk with drawers on either side polished to a shine, maybe a grand executive table sitting in a boardroom with an aura of authority, or maybe the simple but sturdy writing desks that have supported thinkers, creators, and leaders throughout centuries. In this video, we're going to explore the story, design, and significance of classic office tables, looking at their origins, the different styles across cultures, the craftsmanship that makes them timeless, and why. Despite all the sleek, modern, minimalist furniture available today, classic office tables still hold a special place in offices, homes, and workspaces around the world, so grab a seat, maybe at your own desk. And let's get started. The idea of a desk or an office table dates back thousands of years, because as long as humans have been writing, calculating, and documenting, we've needed a surface to work on. In ancient Egypt, scribes used flat surfaces made from stone or wood to write on papyrus scrolls. And while these weren't elaborate desks, they laid the foundation for the concept of a workspace. In ancient Rome and Greece, scholars and philosophers often used slanted writing tables, which allowed them to write comfortably with ink and quills. And though these early tables were usually made from wood and designed for practicality rather than beauty, by the Renaissance desks began to evolve into something more refined. In Europe, wealthy scholars, writers, and noblemen commissioned desks that were not only functional, but also beautiful works of art, and the desk became a symbol of intellect, status, and taste, with carved details, polished wood, and intricate joinery appearing more frequently. This period marked the real beginning of what we now call classic office tables. During the 17th and 18th centuries, Europe saw the birth of specialized writing desks, the most famous among them being the bureau desk, a slanted writing surface with compartments and drawers that became the hallmark of scholars, clerks, and writers. Then came the partner's desk, a large table designed to be shared by two people, often seen in law offices and banks. Practical, but also impressive, often crafted in solid oak or mahogany with drawers on both sides. By the Victorian era, desks had become central to business and administration, as industrialization created more paperwork, more record-keeping, and more demand for office furniture. Suddenly, the desk was no longer just for scholars and nobles, but for clerks, managers, accountants, and professionals of all kinds. Classic office tables from this period were usually made from rich woods like mahogany, walnut, and oak, with heavy craftsmanship and ornate detailing, standing as statements of authority rather than mere furniture. So what makes an office table classic? First, solid wood construction, almost always hardwood like oak, walnut, or mahogany, not particle board or veneer, which gave them longevity and natural elegance. Second, ornate detailing, carvings, brass handles, moldings, inlays, features that highlighted a craftsman's skill, since these pieces were rarely mass-produced. Third, functional design, multiple drawers for ledgers, pens, or ink bottles, wide writing surfaces, and compartments that made daily work smoother. Fourth, authority in form. Many classic office tables were large, imposing, and designed to command respect, making the executive behind them appear more powerful. And fifth, timeless finishes, dark polished wood, glossy surfaces, sometimes leather inlays, lending them both luxury and professionalism. Across cultures, the concept of a classic office table took on different styles. French designs were elegant, with curved legs and refined ornamentation, while English desks leaned toward solidity and darker woods, projecting authority. In China, scholars preferred simple rectangular tables of rosewood or elm, emphasizing harmony and clean lines rather than heavy decoration, an influence that later inspired modern minimalist desks. In the United States during the 19th century, roll-top desks gained popularity for their practicality, providing both storage and privacy, while later executive desks grew larger and heavier, reflecting industrial prosperity and a booming economy. Each style reflected cultural values: elegance in France, power in England, harmony in China, and practicality in America. Some office tables even became famous. The Resolute desk in the Oval Office of the White House, made from the timbers of the HMS Resolute, has been used by U.S. presidents for over a century, symbolizing authority and history. Thomas Jefferson's portable writing desk, on which he drafted the Declaration of Independence, showed how even small, functional pieces can carry great meaning. Roll-top desks of the 19th century became icons of banking, business, and order in an industrializing world. These weren't just pieces of furniture, they were part of history. The psychology of the desk also plays a huge role. A large wooden desk communicates stability, tradition, and authority. Sitting at such a desk feels different than sitting at a small plastic one. Its size, weight, and craftsmanship influence how people perceive the person behind it. That's why law firms, executive offices, and government institutions still favor classic office tables. They carry an unspoken message. This is serious business. At the heart of these desks is craftsmanship. Unlike modern, mass-produced pieces, classic desks were often handmade. Craftsmen selected wood carefully, whether mahogany for richness, oak for strength, or walnut for warmth. They used dovetail joints for durability, hand-carved decorative details, and sometimes included secret compartments for storing valuable documents, turning desks into both functional tools and treasured heirlooms. Even today, classic office tables maintain their relevance. While our modern world favors glass, steel, and minimalist designs, classic desks are making a comeback in home offices. People rediscover their charm. Working at a solid wooden desk brings character and history into a workspace. Designers often blend old and new, placing sleek laptops atop 100-year-old mahogany desks, creating unique contrasts between tradition and innovation. Executives still choose classic desks to project authority, because in business, image matters. Every letter, every contract, every declaration, there's a desk that made it possible. That's the beauty of it. Classic office tables remind us that workspaces are not just functional. They can also be inspiring, powerful, and meaningful. So whether you're a collector, a professional, or someone curious about design, I hope this journey into the world of classic office tables has given you a deeper appreciation for them. They're not just furniture. They're history, craftsmanship, and living symbols of ambition, right in front of us every day. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed this exploration, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with someone who loves classic design. Until next time, may your desk, whatever style it may be, always inspire your best work.